All right, so this is an intro to proving identities, and these are your tools. We have the Pythagorean identities, we have the reciprocal identities, even, odd, and complementary identities. There's some quotient in there as well. And so what you're going to be doing is basically just picking one of these identities and replacing it and seeing what happens. So cosine and secant, we usually don't like it. So what we do is replace everything that is not cosine or sine with something that it is. So we take our cosine theta, and we take its reciprocal here, which is secant theta, and write it as its reciprocal identity. So we're just replacing secant with 1 over cosine theta. And then what happens? This becomes cosine theta over cosine theta, which equals 1. And we can do the same thing here. Cosecant is 1 over sine theta, so we're just replacing the cosine with the sine, 1 over sine. And then again, this becomes sine theta over sine theta, which is also 1. So you're just replacing. And anytime you see sine squared plus cosine squared, that is our most favorite one, because sine squared plus cosine squared is 1. So what you're going to be doing in this section is proving things like this. So it says tangent times cosine theta is sine theta. We also have tangent theta times cosine theta is cosine over cotangent. So what we're doing is replacing and seeing what happens. So if we take tangent theta and replace it with its quotient right here, tangent theta is sine over cosine, we end up with this. And as you can see, the cosines cancel, giving us sine theta, which is equal to sine theta. So you're just picking a side and simplifying. So another one of tangent thetas is 1 over cotangent. That's its reciprocal. So we could take tangent and replace it with 1 over cotangent theta. And then putting this together, we get cosine theta over cotangent theta. Remember, these are fractions. There's a 1 under it, and we just multiply 1 times cosine theta and cotangent times 1. We get this. And there it is, it matches. So that's all you're going to be doing in this section is replacing and replacing.